Good day, friends. We are here again with Platonic solids. Today we want to make them. Now, in order to make any model, we must know something about the model and how to make it. About the Platonic solids, we know now. In the last session, we had a look at the models and their properties. We also know how to make them because they are just like making prisms and pyramids. The nets will be different. So, we have to start with nets. We know that we'll have to make a net. And what is a net? Net is a drawing so that by folding it in a particular way, you have minimum number of joints. And wherever you have joints, you put extra tabs. Here are some nets. I show you, this is the net of a, I'm sorry. Good day, friends. We are going to talk today about making models. In fact, we are going to make some models, and they are Platonic solids. In order to make a model, we must know something about the model and how to make it. We know quite a few things now about Platonic solids. We talked about them in the last session. And how to make such models, polyhedra. We have seen while making pyramids and prism, it's going to be the same method. The nets will be different. Now we know a net. By a net we mean a particular drawing in which we will have a minimum number of joints. Simply by folding and some few joints, we will get the polyhedra. We did that for prism and pyramid and cuboid and cube. Now here, I have already drawn the nets for the five Platonic solids. We'll just have a look at them first, understand them, and making them we know is very easy now. So we'll make them, one of them maybe, and then I'll give you some tips on drawing these nets so that the nets can be drawn easily and understood easily. Well, okay, here are the nets. This is the tetrahedron. As you can see, this is the tetrahedron, and the middle one will be at the base and the others will fold up, and that will give you the tetrahedron, and the tabs as usual are in alternate places. Hexahedron or the cube we had seen already last time. Here is an exact net for the cube, and once again we have 6 squares and the alternate tabs. Now we know, I'm not discussing now why 6 faces or all that. We know that this has 6 faces. The next thing is octahedron. Octahedron has 8 faces. They're all triangular. Equilateral triangles naturally. What we do is, we take the net like this, or here is the net, which I plan to show. So this is the net. Now in this net, once we take the net, you know we have to score. And how do we score? Well, we score like this. That suppose I want to fold over here. What I do is, wherever I want to fold, with the end of the compass, I will draw this line. We call it scoring. It will cut only the upper layer, and then we can fold it. As you can see, in a nice neat angle. So that is scoring. And then of course we know we have tabs, so that when we join them, like when I join these two, there is a tab here, so this will go on it and it will stay very neatly. So those are the basics of making the model. The second basic thing is the net. And now once we have the net, I would like to show you on a particular model. These two models I have not shown how to make the model, but here is the net. Now in this net, I have already scored on one side and not on the other side. There is a tab here, I will fold it like this. Now I have scored all this so I can fold it very easily, and you can see that very easily that here is the top of the octahedron. Similarly, these four will fold to give you the bottom, and then the two bottoms top and bottom can be joined over here. The top and the bottom will be joined at these four joints. Some of them will be joints. Now, then the icosahedron. I have taken icosahedron first, it should have gone last, but because it is similar to this, you can see, while talking about this, I also want to give you a tip regarding drawing the equilateral triangles in such a way. Now, we'll talk about this also together with this. Here we have two lines. On one line, we have marked the size of the triangle that we want. Then we have taken the equilateral triangles, drawn the second line, and then marked the others. And we have 5 which are upside down, 5 which are okay, standing up. And on each one of these we have 5 more, and 5 more here below the second lower line also. And in all we therefore have 10, 5 and 5, so 20 faces. The tabs, these two are going to, it is like this. These 5 will join to make this top. So these two are going to join, these two are going to join, so we have put it, these two will join, we have a tab there. These two will join, we have a tab there, and so on. These two, this will go all the way around and join here. So this one has a tab. So this is for icosahedron. Now before we go to dodecahedron, which is slightly different, a small tip regarding this, and that is that one way of doing it is taking the equilateral triangles is this, between two parallel lines, and in order to avoid a common mistake, which is this. Suppose I want equilateral triangles of whose lengths are, sides are this much. There are people who do this. If this is 4 centimeters, you take 4 centimeters here, and then, but then you know this will not be a rectangle, equilateral triangle, because the height of the equilateral triangle and the base cannot be the same. So you have to be very careful about it. You have to do this. Then, and the same size, so you get one equilateral triangle. Then again, and that will give you equilateral triangles. And of course, when you join, you will get the top ones. So that is the correct and the best way of drawing equilateral triangles in a row. Also, there is one thing we can notice, and that is that here if you see, if you draw a circle, you know that in a circle each of these angles is 60 degrees. In the equilateral triangle you will have 6 such triangles. 2 have been taken away and we have kept 4. So that is very easy to draw equilateral triangles. Take a circle, draw all the 6, don't take 2. Then similarly you will see that the others are also the same. We have taken 4 and there was 2 more here and 2 more here. They have been removed. So that is one way of drawing equilateral triangles. This is the other way of drawing equilateral triangles, and they will give you exact figures quite easily. And now over to dodecahedron. In dodecahedron what we have done is, this is one way. Take a regular pentagon, small one, the size that you want. Remember, its angle is always 108 degrees. So draw an exact regular pentagon. On each side, repeat it. In other words, draw another such, copy this, and as if it is a stencil, put it and trace it. So you will get 5 regular pentagons on each side of the middle one, and that will be 6. And the tabs are, I have not shown tabs here, but these two are, it is going to fold up like this. So these two sides will get together, these two together. So one of these will have a tab, one of these will have a tab, and so on. So now, this is one way of preparing. Then you prepare the other one, exactly like this, copy of this. You put tabs exactly like this again in between, and plus one of the two should have tabs on the outside also. So the tabs here will be like this. There will be tabs here. Five here. Similarly 5 here. And also outside, which I'll draw in a different color so you can see it. These green lines denote that we have tabs there. So that is how we take the tabs. Now, how to draw this? One way, as I told you, was this. Take this, and then when you fold the other one, this you will see that it is zigzag. Goes down, up, down, up. The second one will also be like that, and when you put it the other way, put the point that goes down here, and we shall have this point fitting here and this point going there. And that will make the entire dodecahedron. But this is one way of doing it. There is another way which I wanted you to show, and it's a very nice way of doing it, a very easy way of doing it. I'll first make some room here for that. This is what it is. This is the big pentagon we want to start with. Now the size of this small pentagon is here. It is also here. So the whole big size is more than double. So if we want, say, 4 centimeters side of a pentagon, we can start with 10 centimeters. So take a regular pentagon. So here is a regular pentagon of more than double the size. Now take the diagonals. When you take the diagonals, that's very simple. Two from each vertex. And now, from these diagonals, we keep the middle part and remove, not really remove, but not consider this. Now you can see that we are left with a regular pentagon, small pentagon inside. Now take its diagonal. But now, here we took the middle part of the whole diagonal. Now we will take the end parts and not take the middle. So now I will be careful. I don't want the middle part of the diagonal, so I will draw it dotted to start with. I don't have to erase it later on. I think I'll take this color. I guess I have it all. And now what we do is, we erase this middle part. And you can see that you have, now I will not erase all of them. I will keep it here so that we can note that this part was there, but we have removed it. This means that we are going to remove it later on. And now you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 pentagons, they are there. Over here, these are the parts. I have removed one, but I have just kept the others. And we have pentagons here. On this side we have this one, then we have a second, third, fourth and fifth. And one of course in the middle. Now, this is exactly that. I made a copy of it over here with one side in common. So when you make this, make one and you can put it there and draw another one. And when you draw the other one, make sure that on this you make one. Oh, I'm sorry. I was wondering why it's so big. This is not to be taken, only this much. And then along this will be the side to be removed and there will be another pentagon here. Like this. So, this is how you first make one and then copy it there. This doesn't look like a copy, it looks much smaller, but anyway, I guess the point is there. Now, where are the tabs? The tabs, you can see, as we saw in this one, these are going to get together, so these two will have a tab. So you will have a tab here, you will have a tab here, here, here and here. Similarly here, 5. Now, when they get together, I would like you to note how they will get together. See, this is the sort of basket that we have formed with one such diagram, and this is the other one. Here I'm not going to fold all of it, but just this much. I have cut one part, the rest I have not cut. But it will go like this. The cut part will go and on the tab this will fit in. So I will have one pentagon here, the other pentagon is here, under my thumb, this one here. These two are two adjacent pentagons there, and this will go in there. So you will see that these two pentagons have a big angle here and a sharp point coming down here. The sharp point of this one goes inside and the sharp point of this one will go in here. That's the way it will fit in. And they will fit in very easily, just like magic. Well, anyway, so this is what it is, and this is how we make the 5 regular polyhedra or Platonic solids. So I'm sure you'll have fun with it. Go ahead. Thank you.